Howdy gang, Jeff from G's Gear here, knocking out some videos today of instruments we're about to add to the store at reverb.com. And I think I've got 4 or 5 acoustic guitars to go through today, and then a couple electrics to go through maybe tomorrow. And we're going to start out with a really funky old Silvertone H700 from 1948. And it's in really, really nice shape. Now that H700 designation tells you right off the bat that it was a Harmony-made guitar, and Harmony was probably the largest provider of instruments to Sears. And Sears is, of course, where you get Silvertone guitars. So the H700 is not a model that I know of appearing anywhere else, in any other Harmony designation. This is one strictly made for Sears. And it's a really nice little archtop guitar. Looks to have maybe a 15.5-inch or so lower bout. And it's just in really nice shape. It's a spruce top. It's going to be a pressed top, not a carved top. But maple back and sides with a faux striping, which was also indicative of a lot of the Harmony guitars. A maple neck with a very deep V profile. So this is a real classic archtop. Brazilian rosewood fretboard, 12-inch radius on the fretboard, brass frets, and what else do we need to know about it? I think that's about it. Brazilian rosewood bridge. So that's, again, common for the guitars of the time period, and Harmony-made guitars in particular. So it's very clean. It does have years and years and years of nicks and dings on it, and dog hair at this point. And from any distance, though, it really looks pretty darn nice. When it came into the shop, it did need a full neck reset, which we've given it, and we leveled and crowned the frets. One of the things that happens, this is just kind of a caveat in general for folks who are interested in buying old guitars, whether they're archtop guitars, flat top guitars, doesn't matter. Ultimately, all guitars, just because of the tension, the stress that they're under, tension of the strings, they're going to need some work. They're going to usually need a neck reset somewhere in their lifetime. And it is often the case that a guitar gets to that point and needs that work, and the person who owns the guitar doesn't want to put the work into it. And so they take other measures to try to, in that case, lower the action. And this was one of the guitars where we saw this. Someone had cut the slots on the saddle here on top of the bridge, cut the slots lower to lower the action of the strings. But in doing so, they took away the radius that had to match the radius of the fretboard. So it was buzzing all over creation. But we've reset the neck, got the right angle on the neck. We filled in all those slots and then recut them so that they would conform to that 12-inch radius. And the guitar plays cleanly. All over the place. And it's really sweet. I think it plays, I think this is the one that does a little bit of buzzing on the A and the E, but up above the 12th fret. So I'm just going to run through the notes here real quick so you hear it. Try it again. A little bit of a buzz there at the 13th fret, which we could deal with just by raising the action a little bit. I was getting a little bit of a buzz at the 13th fret of the high E, at the 11th fret, I think it was, of the A. And the low E was playing pretty cleanly up until about the 15th fret or so. So again, we could tweak that a little bit, or you could tweak that a little bit just by raising the action here. And I say that because I'm in Pennsylvania and it's the winter. And so things are very dry, and typically what happens is the action's lower on the guitars a little bit. And you raise them in the wintertime, and then spring and summer come and humidity rolls in, things rise up, and then you lower the actions again. You're going to tweak this kind of a guitar, an Archtop or a flat top. You're going to tweak it seasonally depending on where you live. So we'll leave that up to you. But it really plays nicely throughout. It's set at a 5/64 of an inch on both E's. So very comfortable. And that's that. To run through it one more time: spruce top, pressed top, spruce top, maple back and sides, maple neck, Brazilian rosewood fretboard, Brazilian rosewood bridge. Original Cluson tuners, I do believe. Maybe not. Original tuners, open back tuners, all the same, and they've been cleaned and lubricated, and they function very well. Brass frets, which have been leveled and crowned, and any fret ends have been dressed. Guitar had a full neck reset, cleaned up everywhere. We filled and recut the bridge slots on the saddle. And that's that. These are great guitars for rhythm playing. It's just the nature of these Archtops. You've got a real chunky, woody, snappy kind of a tone to them. And so we'll take us out with just some basic kind of comping and playing something here that's more rhythmic than anything else. But it's at G's Gear at reverb.com. You can also find it at www.gsgear.com, GEES-GEAR. And you'll see there that we purchase, restore, and sell vintage musical instruments. We also do repairs for our client base, and you'll see what services we offer, what we charge. We're in suburban Philadelphia, and you can reach out to us with any questions you have. We're always happy to talk shop. We do consignments as well if you have something of interest that you want to sell and don't want to go through that process yourself. Okay. All right, gang. We're going to get on to the next video, and we've got some really cool stuff coming up. So we'll see you on the flip side.